Hello, the internet, and welcome to Dom Checks It's Working live on YouTube. Alex, is it working? He says apparently it's 2K. I'm just waiting for a confirmation. Say something, Alex. I'm going to assume it's working. I can see my ugly mug. So what we've done today is we've set up a brand. Well, I've set up a brand new machine, and I've not actually checked whether YouTube's working. I believe it is. It is working. Great, Alex. I believe this machine is all set up, but this will be the first piece of development I've done since I got it yesterday. So all this is going to be fun and live. Brand new M1 Mac. It's lovely. I can't hear any fans. Nothing is screaming at me. And Alex seems to think it's coming through nice and clear. So let's go have a look at laptop screen. I'm going to get rid of that. So what did we do last week? Last week, well, actually, just a recap on what we've done so far. So we've been through a process now, this is episode 9. I can't remember. Episode N of an undecided M. And we've basically gone through building together a Go package, getting a basic bot up and running, getting that up on AWS, getting some commands running, and last week I set up the week before I set up a load balancer and some other things in order to allow us to provide HTTP requests, or allow Alex to provide HTTP requests to proxy into our Discord chat using the bot. So last week that went horribly wrong, as I spent 45 minutes or something like that realizing I hadn't set a security group on AWS, and then we got some stuff done. I'm just looking at this here, hack in security in inverted commas and session. So we clearly rushed at the end, and we probably need to fix some of this stuff. Now, if I have a look at well, here we are. Oh, I've also changed to Z shell because that is apparently now the default shell for Macs. And there was some sort of and wouldn't it be a shame if Bash went away type wording when I was reading up on it. So new shell, and I've set up my project, so I've just got my Bitbucket public, well, most of my Bitbucket public stuff in there. So I have another instance of GoLang up on a different screen now, so I can reference that. And all of this without my machine breaking a sweat. It's great. Anyway, I noticed that issue 14 is still open, and I believe that was. Let's have a look. No, issue 14 appears to have been closed, which means I just haven't tidied up. Yep, resolved. Excellent. So, let's see if this still works. Yes, it does. Right. So we've got issues with security. Did I raise an issue for that? There's nothing icon. No. So I think we need to quickly create an issue for that before I forget about it. I thought I'd left the issue open to deal with it, but so you get some security in there. Winky face. If I can find the winky face, there we go. Current the bearer is hard-coded. And given this is the internet, and I've met the internet, we may look at doing that now. So that's actually going to change the way that the endpoint is currently called. So at the moment, let's just make this a bit more. At the moment, the way that we were calling the endpoint was to. I haven't installed POR. Not to worry. Sorry, I'm just thinking aloud out here. POR is the application I use to test HTTP endpoints. Maybe we'll leave the security for another stream. I'll see if I can quickly install it in a bit. And let's see what other issues we've got. Dun, 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 dun. I know there's a bunch of others. Oh, here's one I want to do. It's not particularly urgent. but I do want to do it. Set the bot icon. So there was a way, when we were poking through the commands last week or the week before, in the, I don't know why Safari has got this lovely pink background. I think it thinks my old background is still there. Anyway, aside, we were looking at Discord Go, which I still think sounds like escargot, and something, was it the examples? Avatar made me think we can set the bot avatar. So I then gave a shout out to Andy Carolan, who does most of my artwork, and said I need a bot or an icon for the bot, and he did so. So what we can do is try and get the bot so it'll set its own icon. I'm just seeing how this works. I dislike this. Init get to run before anything else, and it's a way of sort of initializing things. But in this particular instance, you've got a main function. So effectively, that init is going to be run here. So why not just call it something else and call that function? Anyway, rant aside, this doesn't seem to be doing. Yes, it does. There's a Discord Go with bot. There's we've got base 64 encode this. Right, let's copy this. Raw. Yoink. That's the wrong one. That's going to confuse me. So we need to get new issue, and what issue is this? 18. There we go. And it's not actually going to be an action. It's going to be in a sort of a. It's going to be an action, but once again, the sort of the fight for semantics. So let's just call this avatar. We can always move it later. Avatar, not avatar. And then this is going to whinge a little bit, but if we get rid of that, right. So this is setting up the flags. I don't care about that. This is now going to be setting the avatar, which we'll just call avatar for now. Avatar. We're already going to have a Discord Go, so we can pass that in. Let's just have a quick look and see. They're using other things, so we'll actually just have a slightly different method signature. So this is going to be a pointer to a session. Pointer to Discord Go session. So I don't care about that anymore. It's one of my favourite things is deleting code. Pointless function is pointless comment even is pointless. What am I thinking? I think we're not. What's interesting? What happens if you set out a URL and a file? Anyway, in this particular instance, I think we are going to set it from a file, mainly because the code looks shorter. So read in the file, so we're going to need a path as well. No. String. So this type has a slightly different keyboard I am kind of getting used to. Although that doesn't excuse the typing I just did there. I have no idea what was going on there. This can do an error, so we can format.rf. Failed to read the avatar. That's doing the content type and base64 encoding. And then that is going to be that. And then we're going to do this. Well, this is actually turning out to be nice and simple. Failed to set avatar. And return nil. Right, that can go. That is no longer an if. They can go. That can now become this. And then, oops, and then we can just do that. And jobs are good 'un. So now I think all we need to do is get that called from our startup and get the file in there. I'm just going to quick look at chat. Oh, I sound wonderful apparently. Surely when you want to update the avatar, when you want to change it, maybe. We could set up an HTTP update endpoint to update it. Yes, the reason why I'm not doing HTTP endpoints today is because I haven't got port installed at the moment. Sean Church is saying, ooh, 1440p, now you're just showing off. No, Sean, I've had to downscale this image because I'm actually running on a higher resolution screen. So now I'm showing off. So yes, it's basically going to set the avatar when it starts up. We can worry about making that more or less efficient later. So here we have our that's our Discord. Is that our Discord go? There's our Discord go session. So sessions there. And then here I'll just set the we don't restart this that often. Actions.avatar and we can probably configure where the avatar comes from. So that's session and settings.session. Oh, hang on. I forgot we passed the session around in the settings. But we don't pass the settings into there. Okay, fine. Back to how we were doing it. So actions.avatar settings.session and I'm going to allow make this configurable. So config settings. Avatar. Boom. Cool, so I can set that in my config file, and the GoBot can, hang on a minute, I've just noticed something. Doink. That's better. So Yes, we can take settings, avatar, and in fact we could probably just shove the settings into the avatar. So let's do this. Config.settings. I had no idea what I was, no idea at all. Just short circuit things if we don't have an avatar set. And then that becomes settings.session.user or user update, whatever. Cool. So we can now just shove the settings into that and report. I have no idea what's going on with my typing today. This is just going to be an error. It doesn't matter if we can't set the settings. Avatar even. Fail to set the avatar. Okay, so next question is, where have I put the avatar? Bum 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 bum. It's there. Cool. So we want to download. Seriously? PNG. Don't like how Z-Shell does its tab completion if you don't have anything there. That one, and we want to call it avatar.png. So now we have an avatar. The reason for the avatar looking like that is a long and sordid story, which may become obvious if we add some commands later. But yes, guesses points for guessing what the avatar is. So we need to update our Docker file because that now needs to have avatar.png added. So that'll get bundled in as part of the Docker setup, and then I think we're pretty much done with that. So the only other thing that needs to be done, which I'll do in a different window, is to quickly update the config file. Config.json, and then I need to add avatar. It's going to be // in fact, it just be slash. It doesn't even need to be that, just avatar.png. So I can, that's good. Oops. That is going to be a pain. So for the longest time, I've had a laptop without an escape key. Well, I know it's technically an escape key, but we're going to ignore the little flashing light on the bar at the top. So I remapped the somewhat pointless ±SS key up in the top left-hand corner, which I have never ever had cause to use to escape, and I've not done that on this machine. So I've been hitting that a little bit. We'll see whether I need to remap it or whether I get used to my shiny new escape key up in the top left-hand corner. Right, this just needs to be committed. So we've got that, we've got that, we've got that, and that. Actually, before we do that, let's just quickly, do I have make installed? I do. tell you what I don't have set up, and there is that. Away, that way. Let's fingers crossed, everyone. Let's see whether this. No, that's a shame. Right, what else is it suggesting? My ports don't have that. Can I run it in Docker? I might be able to go get it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Not guaranteed to work apparently, but I can always just comment it out of the makefile and get the build to do it. But given this tool is a major part of my workflow, it would be kind of nice to get it working. Now, is that working or has that died? Because that seems to be very slow. There's nothing popped up saying it's trying to do stuff. Nope. Let's have a look on another terminal. It is running. Oh, there we are. It is doing stuff now. That could have been my internet. And Alex said, did anyone just hear that gulp? He's either talking about me drinking my tea, or you've got your package managers muddled up. I was using Homebrew, not Gulp. Anyway, and the reason why you can hear all this is because I don't have my fans blasting away. Right, GoLang. CI lint. Yes. I don't understand. That's better. Cool. So, file is not want to go format. Let's sorting type is that. Right, let's just go have a look on the other machine. Oops. Because I should have it doing Go imports or Go format on save. I think it's under other settings or tools. File watchers. Add. There we are. Go imports. Yes, I do. So much stuff I have to install on this machine. So you may be able to hear a fan kicking in because I've just booted up GoLang on my other machine. And it's now getting to be a little upset. Right, so that's now done. Let's go there. let's just get it to save. And let's see whether that is going to stop complaining at me. Let's also do this. Ah, let's go bot that wasn't formatted with. Lies. Absolute lies. Also, what are you complaining about? One typo. I doubt it. This has lost my dictionary, hasn't it? Joy. Save that to the dictionary. Let's just make sure you should be Go formatting. It's config settings. Today we've got a lesson in reading. No, that definitely was. That definitely was. That's better. Right. There will be no more tea drinking, that's gone cold. Let's put that out of the way so I don't give you all the disgusted there. Right, we can add all of this in git directory. Do not like. Oops. That's better. Fix number 18, wasn't it? Set avatar on start. On start. No. Right, while that's happening, let's go off to S3. And my feedback is that I don't want all of those. Let's upload, add files, downloads, GoBot, config.json. Yeah, I'll accept all of those as well. So that should now be up there with my new setting for the avatar. And then we've added the avatar. We've added the avatar into the Docker image. What I'm doing here is just seeing if I can get rid of that indirect. That got pulled in. Yeah, that got pulled in because I just installed GoLang lint.ci while I was in this project. So let's just git commit those. Tidy up the modules and just update that. Where's that on that side? Anyway, Yes, please reload the page. Still think a bunch of those are unneeded, but anyway, I'll play with that later. Here's the thing where we're setting the avatar. Here is our package or our file to set the avatar, and there's our config. So that should get loaded a bit more. Should get loaded in when we start up. So the other thing I possibly want to sort out today is this working out if I can detect if a bot is already running. So while we're waiting for this, we can all go on a voyage of discovery. I mean, I may brute force it and just check and see if there is a user with that particular name. Have a look at the Discord Go. Have a look at the API for that. Dun, dun, dun. See how you're getting on. Still waiting. Documentation. What's the difference between these two? Very little. Right, so let's have a look and see if there's a list users or something. So it's going to be up here in the session. And it's probably going to be a forget or something. No, I'm not doing things like that. Let's do a search for list. No, that's just to do with listening. Users. Nope. Guilds. You can tell that Discord did not start life as a chat client. Well, it did start life as a chat client, but not specifically just for chat. What's this doing? Guild. Well, that's not helpful. Members. There's a bunch of members, right? Might be able to do something with that. Anyway, let's see how this is going. It's ready to go. Let's approve it. Let's merge it. Let's close the source branch. Let's go back and get YouTube back up so I can check people saying stuff. Apparently I need Muzak. I can probably provide Muzak now. I wasn't providing Muzak before because we were doing everything in our power to let my machine survive. Right, one more Google, see if I can find a better way. So Discord, check if already. No, all's ready. To be fair, Google can deal Right, so this is checking all the people connected. So I think the brute force method might be the way forward. Right, that should now be kicking its way off, so we can close this issue and we go have a look. Oh, that would be useful as well. That would be useful. I need to have a think about that. So one of the things that occurred to me last stream is that we might be able to actually allow rich messages to come back, but then we are tying this to Discord, which is not necessarily an issue. I mean, it just becomes a Discord bot as opposed to a generic bot. And the moment I haven't put any other service endpoints in there. So I started thinking, do we want to be returning a string from the endpoints, or do we actually just want to be sending things onto the channel? And then I was thinking about how we could possibly make that slightly more generic-ish in a bit of a icky way. So we can either return a nice complex type, or we could actually have the actions responsible for sending their own messages. And that way you could have multiple actions also respond. So that's my thought processes on there, and then that would actually change how the chat and storage backends get picked. And this I think we do need to do, because that's getting quite annoying. So allow the control character phrase to be configurable. This is number 11. And at the moment our control character is set there. So this is going to be really simple. Let's call it activation. I will need to split these out at some point. Activation. Oops, lowercase. Okay, so that's now going to get itself set. I'm going to see if this is built. Yes, it has. It's going to be version 0.1.9. Doink. 1.9. Great tag. Off you go. We'll leave you running in the background. So this is going to default to the pling, the bang, whatever you want to call it, the exclamation mark that we had before. And then this disappears. We need to pass in or set some settings. So let's bug those there. Oh, I need to turn that off as well. So this is a little shorthand type collapsey thing that GoLang will do. I just find it harder to read. Years of not having it, I guess. Nope. It's in editor. No, I can't remember. I will find it at some point. For now, I'll just be expanded them as I get to them. So this becomes d.settings. Activation. Could just call it prefix. Let's call it prefix. There we go. That should be all that's needed for that. Of course it's not. So what we need to do here is we actually need to get some settings in and bung them in. Right, so we'll need to do that in our GoBot as well. This is the reason why we do this. So that's the settings. And in here, just take some basic settings. And then this becomes the same on this one, and the same on this one. Cool, and then we can just turn around and say, get rid of that, and please put in that. Will you compile now? Right, you failed. Right, let's have a look at what's going on here. Just before I do that, let's go have a look on here, and it's not restarted yet. Oh, it'll be under pipelines. Well, it did run in 6 minutes ago. Ah, interesting. That has worked. But that has not updated yet. That has. I suspect it's because they're both still running. But that did work. Fantastic. then let's go work out what's going on here. So we are sending, because I'm a moron, that's why. We had not told it to use a prefix string. Much better. Tests, you've got to love them. That's all passed. So I can now go and edit my config, and I can suggest that the prefix string is going to be prefix is going to be that, with that being something that you'll discover in a bit, and that's not my escape key. And apparently I've attempted to add a Mrs. K. Adams to my HSBC account with a pathetic attempt at a phishing URL. Says my watch just buzzing me. You're staying like that, that's not a problem. Okay, so we can commit this lot. While I remember, let's just get a preference up under Git. That share directories with change descendants, because I like to be able to look at a top level thing and know that it's got changes and in your own time for updating. Did that actually go? Yeah, okay. No idea why it's not updated yet. Anyway, that can then go in, and that. Git. Commit those. Fix number 11. Let's just make sure we've got nothing else. Let's review that. So that's just chucking in the settings when it starts up. That's setting the prefix. There's a whole bunch of stuff with my tests. Setting that so we can get hold of it. Great. So we will leave that going. Next, there, refresh this one. Before I put in a shutdown command, I definitely want to have some kind of way of authenticating or knowing that some users are allowed, and I think that ties into this one. So what I'm actually going to do with this is I might create a little testbed action that just allows me to run various bits and mess around with stuff and see what we can do, because I want to see what comes out of that guild's call and what we can do with the various bits. Alex is suggesting we can use Nightbot for music, and then says we will speak. Sounds Very ominous. Although I think we had something else that we suggested we could use some music that I installed on my other machine. Sure it will come in. In fact, I can use that other machine to find out how I install Paul. Paul. It is just a download. I do love the fact that it came up with Paw Patrol. Let's go shove that into my applications. I don't care about being welcomed to Paw. I don't want to subscribe. Can't drag that down there yet. And somehow, oh, I can log in. Do I have a Paw account? Let's have a look. Yes, I do. Well, this is going to be easy. Woo! All done. Approve. Merge. I said merge. Thank you. You all saw that. I clicked it and it didn't work. I think I haven't set something. Because it's doing something really annoying. So what I'm going to do is come down here. I think it's under mission control. Don't do that. Do not automatically rearrange spaces. Please leave stuff where I left it. Otherwise I will be upset. Alright, you can go. You can stay for the time being. You can stay for the time being. That's new. You can go. You can go. And we'll keep you there. Right, so actually let's just release that thing while we're here. Oh no, it's going to be building, isn't it? Why are you not showing me build status? Oh, it's been slow. Okay, so issue number 16. So like I say, if I create a little action, which we're just going to call test, and then chuck that in as well. Running the test, and that's going to be T. That's going to be test. Don't even need that. Oops. Don't even need that. will just be return that. Actually, test run. So that's just going to be a little testy thing, and then within this I want to check out what's on. Actually, just do it from within here rather than create a new file. I want to do that session dot whatever it was, session dot guild or something. So we can do t dot settings dot session dot guild. I need a guild ID. That's annoying. My HTTP client. There's a whole load of stuff that's been exposed from other things. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Channel messages. Problem is, all of this requires IDs, and I don't have the IDs. There's an awful lot on here. Nope. Let's just quickly go back to the YouTubes. What do we think? Everything wants an ID. And I don't have those IDs yet. Relationships get. I'm guessing that's friends and stuff. What did we do with the avatar? Because that used. What's user update? Is there a user get or something? Here we go. See what's in connections, see if there's anything useful there. Nothing useful there. But we got user channels. Oh, hang on, I'm being dumb. This is not JavaScript. What do we have on here? That's a slice. particularly useful. So I do think it's user channels. Again, the slice. Guild ID. Hurrah. So then we can oops. There must be an easier way of doing this that I am just completely missing. And lastly, I should have my user ID. Settings. Settings.session.user. So that's there. Will that have an ID on there? Nope. What's it done to that? Is that what I want? Really unhelpful. Really quite massively unhelpful. That's not the same as a user ID. To get a user back. How do I get a user back? Again, really useless. Okay, uses me. So there is I wonder. Hold on. I wonder if there's anything else tied to that. No, it won't be because you look in the wrong place. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, find in files, endpoint user. Oh, I'm going to. That's a bit. That's a bit not good. That's a bit not good entirely. Right. So we get our channels. We want to range over our channels. Channels. And then range over the that isn't a thing. We want to do this. seed.id, and then we want to range over that members, and then if is that the same as the user ID? No, not that. Is equal to u.id. Let's get rid of that. Don't really care about that for the moment. This isn't going to work. This is not going to work because we're going to find ourselves anyway. I know what. Get rid of that rubbish. What else do we have on here? Because what I'm worried about is finding out if I'm on there. I'm sure I had that thing open with. That's not the one I want. That's voice channels. I don't really care about Charlie's voice channels. Minus voice. What I might do is just the other thing to quickly check is just on Discord, because we had both of these. No, it is the same bot that's returning. So we'll have the same discriminators. We're only actually logged in once, but from two different places. How am I going to do this? Much confusion. Anyway, let's just see whether this endpoint thingy works. So we can chunk that in. Dun, 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 dun. test. We just got no backing. So that should be in there and should be all good. So let's just wire in a test command. So make sure that's going to go. It's going to build and not whinge at me. So we'll get that out there. So the fact that both bots, or both instances of the bot, are getting a message means that the Discord must know that it's connected twice, because it's got to dispatch it to two different things. The question is, does the API know that it's connected twice, or is it just Discord? Sharing an idiot's guide. I think it's just a specific bot. Let's go have a look at the see if the developer portal has anything on bots. And that's rich presence, don't care about that. Don't care about that. This really is not great. Anyway, let's see whether this is built. Yeah. Let's prove that. Let's merge that. Off you go. So the only other thing I can think of, which is a bit of a brute force and a bit of a yee, is to have the bot announce when it's there. And have the bot listening for that announcement, and if the announcement is seen to stop responding because the new bot is now going to... I wonder if I can register connections. Apparently it's supposed to read all of the following documentation before writing custom implementation. Oh, I'm not going to be writing custom implementations. All fields documented. Don't care. Ooh, I wonder if there's something in Discord go with a heartbeat or something like that. Nope. This really is an opaque API. Let's have a look and see what events. Right, there are two things that I'm looking at here that might be useful. There's the presence update and the user update, which we might be able to piggyback on just to send a message quietly. So the presence update. Correlates to, I think, that. So we might be able to do something with that. And we might be able to do something with the user thingy as well, because I might be able to stick the version number of the bot down here. Suggestions. What's Alex saying? I think we have Discord running on a different machine here as well. You wanted to clarify when I said long and sordid story, and yes, it is. Less sordid than long. It's tortuous. It stems from many, many years ago. Right. So we can do something with the status or the... Where is that gone? If you've got an Apple Watch, it's time to stand. Review. Where did my thingy go for Discord go? Oh. I opened it up in a different thing. Anyway, let's see how this is going. You've built, so that's going to be version 1.9.10. Oh, sorry, 1.10 even. Let's create that tag. You're going to shoot out. And then I'll pick up the Go doc and it was a handler, and we can have a specific handler. So it's going to be one of those. Alright, okay, so it needs to be the particular thing I'm listening to. So here we've got, just keep in test. That wants to be a function. That. What are you complaining about? Have I got multiple things of that installed? Am I going mad here? Oh, I know what I've done. I am going mad. Learn how to program. So that doesn't want to be a presence update. That wants to be what did we say it was? That's gateways, not events. Saw the term eventually consistent. Oh, where did I see them? There. It wasn't the gateway, it's just badly sorted. Right, so here we are. And we decided that user update and presence update with the two potentials. So a user update doing to there. Alright, okay. Independent to the user object. Maybe the setting of our avatar is going to be useful. Because we might actually get a user update on here. Let's see. Let's put this on test. Let's see whether that's actually deployed as well. Yay, the icon's updated as well. Just not quite what I was expecting. You've not picked up the prefix, you're still using the default, must have typoed something on that. Still got two bots responding. Let's just see whether it does the test command. Maybe that update hasn't gone out quite yet. No, it's been up for 2 minutes. Maybe it was that one that was responding to it. No, it's not picking it up. Right, we'll have to look into that as well. Anyway, this is just going to be a little test handler that we're going to whack in, and it's going to turn around and say it's going to have a little updated pool in there, and m dot. Did we not? That was author. So I'm just looking through here to see if we got anything. I think that's a typo, that should be. No, that's not. I wonder, is there on there? t.settings.session.i. Where was I getting bot from in that? That's a Discord Go session. What do we have in here? That sender contains Discord session, which has a Discord Go.session, so Discord sender. And then we we handle message and sender. Handle. That's m.sender.bot that we're looking at. This is just used to send stuff back, I think. Need all of this. Yeah, it's just used for the send. Okay, so we'll continue along up here with getting my ID. Let's just take the last ID. First of all, if it's not a bot, we don't care. Then updated equals m.id. So that's going to pull out the that. That's going to pull out me. Updated. Updated. Cool, so we should be able to register this handler. And then that should, I think, maybe, possibly, if we're really lucky with a fair wind, may sessions, no, Discord's there, so our Discord connect on the token, so it is on the session when we come back here, so settings.session dot add handler, and that's going to be, let's pull this out. Here's one of those. Add handler T dot handler. So that should, if I'm right, sort out our issue with deduping, or at least give us some hints to how we can sort it. Right, test handler needs to be exported. So Alex is asking whether or not I could have delegated to this side of Fargate. Not really, because then I've got to set up something centralized that they can talk to. So this is just basically going to register the connection. So we're just grabbing those. Let's try that again. Apparently Alex had the confusers. I mean, it's definitely something that could be done. And it's probably the way that you should be doing it, but it's not the way I'm doing it. Now I want to know why this prefix wasn't getting picked up either. Let's have a look in the settings and just make sure I haven't done anything dumb. It's prefix. That goes into settings, prefix. I set prefix. Did I upload that? I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Where's my history? Versions, there it is. No, I clearly didn't upload it a second time, so that is working. I'm just a doofus. That's fine. Let's upload that now. Add files, config.json, choose for upload, off you go. You do that, thank you. You should have built, which you have, so let's just those two. So off that will go. I mean, it does beg the question, what happens if, because what I'm going to do is get it so that the bot that's already there will cease responding, and the bot that's just joined will take up the load, but if that then falls over flat on its face, the old bot will never get taken down. So we might want to put in a little fallback that says if after a set amount of time we're still here, perhaps we can start listening again. No, we'll work that out later. For now, this is horrible, but I'm expecting this to go. Same with that. And again, that's all just rubbish that we'll remove. Far too many gateways. Gateway. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Keep that. You can go. Let's see how this responds. So by now my old machine would be on its knees. OBS is using an entire core by the looks of things, but I have 8 of them, I believe. And my fans have not kicked in. I was saying to Alex earlier, I don't know whether it's because this machine just doesn't get hammered by what I'm doing now, or if it's that my fans are actually broken and it's slowly melting on the inside. Off to commits, and let's get that sorted. Let's see if I can find what the music app was that I had on here. Not Launchpad. Maybe I took it off here. Noisio, was that it? No, that's the coffee shop sounds. I can't remember, Alex, you were the one who told me about this. It was something that you suggested a while ago. In fact, probably 9 weeks ago. It was interesting seeing how much rubbish I have installed on this old machine that just won't get copied across. Nope, I see nothing that looks like a music application apart from my music application, which, Pretzel, that's the one. I knew it was some weird. Pretzel rocks, that's it. Let's allow that. Your version 1.11. Let's create that tag. Well, that didn't look it downloaded properly. Let's try that again. And you may also be able to hear my neighbour's television. Right, in that goes. P. Become. Yes, allow. This could be fun. Can't remember what my Twitch username is. Because of course I haven't put it into one password. I'll have to worry about that later. For now, how are we getting on here? Still running. I have to do the old forgot your password with Twitch. This is where autofill has actually kicked in. And yeah, annoyingly I've got it in my keychain, but not in my 1Password. And it's not allowing me to autofill. I'm sure I put that in before. Hurrah! It sent me a code. So we need to do some stuff because we don't want to get the oh, it's already in YouTube safe mode. And then we can go look at stations. And what do we want? We feel like some of this. Let's give it some welly. I'm not entirely sure if you can hear that because it's going a bit of a roundabout route. Alex, can you hear that? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? And yes, I'm aware it's very thumpy. I like thumpy music. Right, that's gone out. Let's have a look and see what's happening on the bot. Test. A little quieter might be better. See if it's got its own independent volume, which would be nice. Yes, it does. Ah, cool. So if I go a little bit louder, actually no, if I go a little bit quieter on there, and then a tiny bit louder on there. Do we know what Avro was? Ah, right, okay. I'm expecting another version to be out there. Is it just being slow? Or has it perhaps fallen over? I want that one. We want to go to... ECS. Right, I've done nothing to stop it from listing a second time. It reckons 2 of them are running. Let's go have a look and see what's going on here. You started up 1858 a while ago, and you started up 1915 just a bit ago. So you are version 1.11, which is the F3 one. I might ask this politely to die. Bye bye. So, a couple of things here. First of all, the reason why we're only getting one thing back is because the new bot is listening for... oh, I'm a doofus. I am such a doofus. That's going to not put the space in there. I've put the space in the wrong place, so I need to restart the bot. Re-upload this and restart the bot. That's that. Back to S3. And then what I might do is just ask the other one to politely fall over and die, and then Fargate should restart it for me. And it should pick up the new settings, and we should be good. You're uploaded. Let's go here to you. So that's all that done. Let's just quickly go back here. I'm just being a bit paranoid about the settings on this. No, it has remembered all my stuff because it's also got the instrumental only, which I'd put on before. This clearly doesn't count as lyrics. This is samples. Okay, so have you restarted? You're up and running. Is the bot back in Discord? Yes, it is. Yes. Not what I was expecting. But we can go have a look and see if that's logged anything and I won't have logged anything. I'm not putting anything out to... Ooh, gold. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Actions, tasks, and tell me what line that's on. Test will go 21. What have we done? What have I done? I don't know, it doesn't like that. Doesn't like that. Requests. So obviously I need to put a request in there. Maybe the way I'm hoiking this session around is not good. Anyway, the bot should start running again soon. We will just have to remember not to run the test command, because that'll just cause it to fall over flat on its face. But it's resilient, you know. It's up. It's happy. He says. Oh, the reason why I didn't respond is because Alex killed it. Right, this is why we can't have nice things. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take the test command out entirely. Actually, no, we'll just do that. Let's do that. So that we can have nice things. Passive-aggressive commit comments. Probably a good thing I haven't got the camera on because I'm bopping away to this. The only response that's valid for that. So given the time, I suspect this is going to be our last release of the day. Should have actually probably run a make on that just in case. So we've got the bot doing some more things. It's a little bit more configurable. It's got a nice little avatar now. I may have a handle on how I can get it to stop responding twice when it starts up. Short of changing the prefix every single time we start it up and making a guess as to what it is. We've given Alex a kill switch. So while we're waiting for this to go out, there'll be a few more minutes. All that remains to be said is to go over the normal YouTube stuff, so smash the buttons that you're supposed to be smashing. See this GIF for reference. So yeah, hit the likes, hit the subscribes. Alex has posted a whole load of stuff on the chat to do with the Discord channel that we've got, to do with the Patreon setup that we have. And I don't know if you've noticed, the list of patrons has grown as the time has gone on, and we are always happy to see that grow more because we are a community-funded body. And sadly, the current world situation means that we haven't been able to run this year's conference where we get most of our money from. So we are relying on our Patreons and other kind supporters. So always nice if you can do that. We're at Norfolk Dev on Twitter. If you want to follow us on that. All the other socials I think Alex has put in the chat. I'm just looking at, there's more bots on there. There's a night bot. It says, welcome to the stream, near the stream ending. Don't forget to smash that like button. So yes, it's got the Twitters, it's got the Discords. It says, we hope you're enjoying. To which I have to ask, if you're not enjoying it, why are you still watching? Anyway, let's get this in, let's get this out. I wanna make sure that the bot is not left in a state where Alex can just abuse it. I mean, I rib him, but basically he is portraying the users. He has been the set of users who all do ridiculous things like that. Users, you can't live with them and you can't shoot them. Stop hurting the bots. What did it ever do to you? Build faster. Get out there. Build more faster. I mean, it does make me laugh though when I put in the more handler, which just increments a counter, the amount of people who wanted to go and play with the more handler and make that counter go up by 1. And then there was a big discussion about how big can the counter get, and I had to work out whether it was a signed or an unsigned 64-bit, but the answer is large. And we had to stop it from being susceptible to people, or to bots, automatically incrementing the counter. And at some point I need to put flood protection on the bot. Just because it's only a matter of time before Alex works out how to program his keyboard. Yay, we've passed. Right, after all of that, I've forgotten what the tag was. I think it's 112. It is 112. Excellent, that's going out. I think we have conclusively proved that you can actually do development in Go on an M1 Mac quite successfully. The only thing I haven't worked out how to do is to run my database, which is a bit sad. So I may have to run that on another machine. But anyway, I am pleased with this. It has pleased me. If only I could make Bitbucket faster. I'm not entirely sure how this is chill EBM. Or EDM even. I've got to find the EDM channel to find out what the aggressive EDM sounds like. Let's have a look. Let's have a listen. And this is all EDM, all of the time. Not part of the time, all of the time. And all I can hear is crackling. Can I make it? No, I can't make it jump. Happy EDM. Is there sad EDM? So I'm just looking through the various categories they've got in here and marvelling. Industrial, which is one of my favourite genres, is not spooky goth and all things industrial. It's all things industrial where maybe spooky and goth is a offshoot. I would put goth in a very different genre. Tom would be happy. Synthwave. How's my poor bot going? Can't help but notice I've got announcements muted. Yes, I have. However, it does tag it when there is a mention. So it does come up with the one. See, I would say this is slightly more chill than the chilly DM channel. Yeah. What do I know? Right, that's out. So, last things to do. I've run a little bit, but that's just getting this build out to protect the bot from Alex. Is to see whether this has worked. It'll take a little while for it's only one of them. 3 minutes. You killed it longer ago, surely. Just going to look at Fargate and see what that's doing. I'm going to stop the music for now because we're very near the end. Yes, this one. Bots. There are 2 of you running. Fantastic. So we can probably kill one of those. Do you want to do it one last time, Alex, just to get rid of that one quickly? Knock yourself out. Thank you. Right, so that's not putting anything out at the moment, but that doesn't surprise me. I'd expect to see it come up when another bot comes up and running. So I'll have a look into what we can do there for next week. But for now, thanks for tuning in. I hope you've had fun, and we will see you next week.